Man, let me tell you about a guy with a dream as big as the galaxy. His name is LaFfY, a real-deal culinary patriot. This dude didn't just want to make pizza. He wanted to serve up a slice of pure, unadulterated liberty. So he set up shop on a little planet called Angel's Venture. He called his place LaFfYs Liberty Pizza. This wasn't just any old pizza joint, folks. It was a beacon, a lighthouse of flavor in a sometimes dark universe. Every pie he pulled from that oven was a testament to freedom, a cheesy, saucy celebration of everything we hold dear. He believed that a good meal could bring people together and remind them what they were fighting for. That's a righteous mission, my friends. LaFfY poured his heart and soul into every single pizza. He used ingredients that were out of this world, literally. We're talking sun-dried tomatoes from Martian greenhouses and space-aged mozzarella that was just dynamite. The crust? A secret family recipe passed down through generations, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. People would travel light years just to get a taste of his Freedom Supreme or the Patriot Pepperoni. His restaurant was always packed, full of laughter and the kind of good vibes you only find in a place built on passion. It was more than just food. It was an experience, a real taste of what it means to be free. But let me tell you, running a joint on the frontier of space ain't always a walk in the park. LaFfY knew the risks, but his spirit was unbreakable. He'd say, "Flavor is freedom, and freedom is non-negotiable." His place became a local legend, a symbol of the resilience and hope of the people of Angel's Venture. It was a place where soldiers could grab a slice before a mission, and families could share a meal in peace. LaFfY was the mayor of Flavortown on that planet, and his pizza was the key to the city. He was living his dream, one delicious democratic slice at a time. Then, the unthinkable happened. The planet came under a brutal attack, the sky turned dark, and explosions rocked the very ground LaFfY built his dream on. His beloved Liberty Pizza, that shining beacon of hope and killer crust, was caught in the crossfire. In a flash, it was gone, reduced to rubble and ash. The ovens went cold, the neon signs flickered out for the last time. It was a devastating blow, not just for LaFfY, but for the entire community. The heart of Angel's Venture's culinary scene had been ripped out. It was a real tragedy, a flavor catastrophe of galactic proportions. Watching his dream turn to dust would have broken most people, but LaFfY? This guy is built from tougher stuff. He stood there amidst the wreckage, covered in soot, and he didn't see an end. He saw a new beginning. He was heartbroken, no doubt about it, but his spirit was fireproof. He knew that the idea of Liberty Pizza was more than just bricks and mortar. It was a belief. And you can't blow up a belief. You can't smash a dream. He felt the loss deep in his soul, like losing a part of himself. The smell of smoke replaced the beautiful aroma of baking dough and melting cheese. It was a low point, a real gut punch. Word of LaFfY's culinary courage and tragic loss spread across the systems. The officials of Super Earth, they heard about this patriot of the pantry. They saw a guy who embodied the very spirit they were fighting to protect. They weren't about to let a dream like his die out. So they reached out. They told him, "Son, your mission of flavor is too important to end here." They offered him a fresh start, a new home on a planet called Volterra. It was a world known for its and resilient people, a perfect place for a comeback story that was going to be off the hook. So, LaFfY packed up his secret recipes and his unbreakable will and blasted off to Volterra. He opened a new LaFfYs Liberty Pizza, and let me tell you, the people of Volterra needed it, a taste of happiness. LaFfY's pizza wasn't just food for them, it was a symbol of hope. It was a reminder that even in the toughest of places, life could be good and flavor could thrive. His shop became the new heart of the community, a place of warmth and deliciousness. The pizza on Volterra was even more righteous. LaFfY, being the culinary genius he is, started using the geothermal heat from the planet's volcanoes to cook his pies. This gave the crust a unique smoky flavor that was absolutely bananas. The volcanic veggie and the magma-roni became instant hits. Each slice told a story of resilience, of starting over, of refusing to give up. It brought smiles to faces that hadn't smiled in a long time. It gave them a moment of peace, a delicious escape. LaFfY wasn't just a pizza guy anymore. He was a provider of hope, a true hero of the heart and the stomach. With his new restaurant booming, LaFfY started thinking bigger. He wasn't content just feeding the folks on Volterra. He thought about the brave men and women on the front lines, the Helldivers. These were the heroes putting it all on the line, fighting for the very freedom his pizza represented. He thought, who needs a taste of home more than them? This wasn't just a business idea, it was a calling. He wanted to get his Liberty pizzas into the drop pods and onto the battlefields. He imagined a Helldiver in the middle of a crazy firefight, taking a bite of a hot, cheesy slice and feeling that rush of hope. That's a powerful thing, man. This idea was a game changer. It was about more than just a meal delivery service. It was about morale. It was about sending a message to every corner of the galaxy that we're all in this together. A slice of LaFfYs pizza would be a delicious piece of propaganda for the cause of managed democracy. It would be a tangible link back to the home they were fighting to protect. The thought gave everyone a huge boost. Knowing that a Liberty and pizza combo could be coming their way during a long, hard campaign, that's the kind of support that wins wars. It was a wild, out-of-the-box plan, and it was pure LaFfY. But just as this awesome plan was taking shape, disaster struck again. The enemy launched an attack on Volterra. They must have heard about the killer pizza and got jealous. The alarms blared and chaos erupted. People ran for cover, but LaFfY ran towards his oven. He had one last pizza baking, a perfect Freedom Supreme that he had earmarked for a trial-run delivery to the front lines. He wasn't about to let the forces of tyranny get their grubby claws on his masterpiece of melted cheese and democratic dough. This was his line in the sand. As the building began to shake and crumble around him, LaFfY stood guard over that pizza. He grabbed a heavy-duty pizza peel and held it like a weapon. He was defending more than just his dinner. He was defending his dream, his belief, and the last symbol of hope in his shop. It was a brave, almost crazy moment. A lone chef against an invading horde, protecting a single pizza as if it were the flag of Super Earth itself. This was the ultimate showdown in Flavortown, a battle for the soul of supper. It was a moment that would go down in culinary history. With the sounds of battle raging outside, LaFfY looked at that last, perfect pizza. He wasn't just going to let it be destroyed. He held it up, a shield of savory goodness. When the enemy forces breached his shop, he didn't flinch. He shouted with all the passion in his heart, "You can destroy my ovens, you can shatter my windows, but you will never extinguish the fire of liberty, and you will not touch this pizza." His words echoed with the power of 1,000 patriots. It was a declaration that freedom, like a perfectly baked pizza, is worth fighting for, worth defending to the very last crumb.
The Helldivers rushed in to defend Volterra, and by the time LaFfYs was found and evacuated, the city was destroyed. Liberty Pizza headquarters was lost, and LaFfYs was devastated. He was found behind some rubble, smacking a Votless with a pizza flipper, defending the last box of LaFfYs Liberty Pizza that he just pulled from the oven right before the attack started. He said and quoted to the Helldivers that found him, "This pizza is my life of liberty and my sign of democracy to the people of Super Earth. I'd rather die than let that Illuminate scum take it from me." He refused to be evacuated until the Helldivers agreed to share the pizza with our squad members.
That moment changed everything for LaFfY. He realized he couldn't just stay behind the counter anymore. His fight was bigger than one pizza shop. The dream of delivering pizza to the front lines wasn't just a business plan, it was his destiny. He knew what he had to do. He had to take the flavor to the fight himself. So with a heart full of fire and a belly full of purpose, LaFfY made a decision that was totally off the chain. He decided to enlist. He was going to become a Helldiver. He was trading in his apron for armor, his pizza peel for a pulse rifle. Now, Helldiver LaFfY has a new promise, a new mission that is out of bounds. He vows to keep his dream alive, even in the darkest corners of the galaxy. He plans to serve his Liberty Pizza as a symbol of hope and freedom in the toughest of times. He imagines setting up mobile pizza ovens on captured territory, sharing a slice of victory with his fellow soldiers. His new motto is, "Spreading managed democracy, one slice at a time." He's not just fighting for territory anymore, he's fighting for Flavortown, for every citizen's right to a killer piece of pie. So if you're ever on the front lines and you see a drop pod land with the sweet, sweet smell of baking pizza, you'll know LaFfY is there. He's a legend, a true culinary commando. He's proof that one person, armed with a dream and a dynamite recipe, can make a difference. He's bringing the heat, both literally and figuratively, to the enemies of freedom. LaFfY is more than a chef, more than a soldier. He's a beacon of hope, serving up liberty and justice, hot and fresh, to the entire galaxy. That, my friends, is what I call a real-deal hero.